All right, guys. I'm back doing a little extra effort on the treadmill here. Um, just trying to put a workout in. I'm pretty tired today. So I'm just starting with the walk. This workout will probably be 4 minutes walking, 1 minute running. I'm just gonna get my steps in here. It's been a pretty long winter here. It's April 8th and it's already like it's snowing again. We think we got about 10 centimeters or so. It's probably like, I don't know, 5 inches or so. I don't know. It's quite a bit, especially for April. Just working on getting back in shape, and it's been pretty challenging. Challenging getting back to jiu-jitsu and getting back into the gym. I guess the most important thing for me is the cardio. It definitely helps to get rid of the blues a bit, though. Suffering with a little bit of depression. I've noticed the walking helps, and just having an audience to share the experience with is kind of interesting. One thing I noticed, I can actually see how my fitness is improving, whereas before I wouldn't really notice it. I was just talking about this the other day, where I guess like the second week after my surgery, it was really hard to even walk. And now I can probably easily do 30 minutes, no problem. So I have about 30 seconds left, and then I'm gonna go for a nice little run, just for 1 minute. And I'm trying to learn how to run slow.
Lap 1, 4 minutes.
And then this is just 1 minute running. It's actually getting a lot easier, just moving my hands and feet and sort of leaning a little bit forward. It's not too bad.
Lap 2, 1 minute.
Catch my breath here. Ooh. just working on my breathing. If you guys enjoy cheering me on or sort of watching someone who's not that great anymore at sports, I'm trying to get back in shape. I always just do my very best, and if I do appreciate anyone who wants to root for me. August next year. Whoa. August next year, it'll be interesting to see the before and after. I do have a photo of post-surgery, and I have actually come a long way. Actually, I never thought I would be able to do jiu-jitsu again, and I'm back on the mat, and I seem to be able to roll pretty good. Just gotta watch out for mat space, I guess. But it is fun that I'm able to get back out there and do what I love to do. And my goal is, like, right now I think I'm sitting around 210 or 211. I would like to get closer to 185 or 185 would be my goal. I'm really working on my nutrition. I actually have to count my calories now. But I figure if I burn more calories than I'm taking in, I should be able to slowly get back down to an acceptable weight. And really, like, my body fat's not that high. It's probably like coming down. It's probably like 20, 23, 24, 25%. It really should be sitting around 12 to 15%. But I feel good. I actually don't care too much about how much I actually weigh, as long as I can perform. But as you're getting older, it's probably better to be lighter. Here goes for the second set.
Lap 3, 4 minutes.
I am getting smoother. Oops. I am getting smoother at running anyways.
Lap 4, 1 minute.
Try to get my heart rate down a bit. I hope that all this work, I can get back to feeling like an athlete again. I think the distance I have to beat today is 1.18 miles. So that's, if I could get 2 miles today, that would beat my record on this comeback. And then later on in May, I'm going to try to do a 5K. So I'll have a couple of 2-mile runs when it starts to get a little nicer out. I am looking forward to doing 400 meters or a quarter of a mile. It's usually like a good distance for me. And then I'll have to work my way up to 800s and then 1600s. And once I can get some reps at 1600, then I can start to really work for the 2 miles, which is 8 laps around the track. And I kind of have a time that I would like. And that's kind of what I would want from right now. So my first goal is to be able to run again, and starting with 1 mile, then 2 miles, then 3 miles. Once I get the 3 miles in, I can really start to get daily runs and start losing some weight with the exercise prescription. Also, when it gets a little nicer out, there won't really be any excuses for me to miss training. So I'm kind of looking forward to the summer. I hope everyone out there is having a pretty good day. You're able to go to the gym or lift some weights or do some kickboxing or do some jiu-jitsu or play some sports. I mean, I feel like for April right now, could probably go snowboarding.
Lap 5, 4 minutes.
And I'm just working right now on being laid on my feet. Hands and feet are moving. Have a pretty good cadence. Nothing crazy.
Lap 6, 1 minute.
I got about another minute's rest, and then I'm going to try to get another 20-second go or 1 minute go. I'm pretty close to 1.2, so I want to see if I can get to 1.3. Feeling pretty good. Heart rate is only at like 150, or was at 150. So as long as I can keep it under 150, I'm pretty happy. So hopefully you guys are cheering me on. I'm gonna try to get 1.3 miles today. The goal will be sooner than later to get 1.5 miles, but slow and steady. Here we go for another little rip. Almost there. About 20 seconds. Ten seconds. I wonder how far I got today. I did a really good job today of keeping my heart rate low. In the past, that's been very challenging, so I feel like that's in a positive direction. I feel like if you see one of my older videos of me running on the treadmill, I've gotten a lot better. I hope anyone who's new to exercise or have gone through a bit of a trauma.
Lap 7, 5 minutes.
Not too bad. So I had to beat 1.8 or 1.18, sorry. And I got, so the last time I did it, sorry guys, I did 118. Today I did 126. So things are improving. You can tell by the way I'm getting a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera. I still have had a little bit of trouble battling this post-surgery depression. Jiu-jitsu has been pretty helpful. I just am having a little bit of trouble recovering from the workouts, like from the day. So I am moving in the right direction. When I first started back to jiu-jitsu, I could only do situational rounds and really had to do 1 or 2 rounds, then sit out. Last week, I was not sitting out, and I was trying to just work from bad positions to catch my breath. It was a pretty good experience. I've just had a little bit of trouble getting back to the gym. Recovering between workouts has been a little challenging. Sleep quality has been poor. The depression's been a little bit rough. I feel like I've done a really good job of pulling up my socks and doing my very best to stay positive. I am back trying to be into the routine of regularly hitting the gym. So my plan right now was to do 2 jiu-jitsu workouts a week. I would ideally like to be strong enough to do 4 or at least 3, but right now how it's going to go, it's probably going to go one gi workout and then 1 no gi workout. And I'll probably keep 2 classes a week until I can start really pushing myself safely. And I think once I feel like I can protect myself and I can go a little harder without having any bumps and bruises, I've been a little bit cautious, just listening to my new valve and trying to do the right thing, and working at different intensities has been interesting. I've been reading a lot. A big shout out to the RP diet, Renaissance periodization diet. It's helped me out quite a bit, especially with my portions, so I'm working on it. I still make a few mistakes every day, but as long as I don't make the same mistake twice, I'm pretty happy. Strength-wise, I am following the RP hypertrophy app right now, just because I can do higher reps and still have a score to beat. Getting more reps than last time, lifting a little bit heavier than last time, but still keeping in a safe environment for my ticker. I sort of had this mindset of doing a workout every single day, and recovery for me counts, because I've always been a person who never rested. I was always a person who would train all the time and then not get the results. So I've found, since this last heart surgery, really being able to listen to my body, and like there's a difference between being hurt, being in pain, and being injured, right? But there's also a difference between being unconditioned, and being deconditioned is sort of like being injured. You have to take care of your body, and you also have to respect your recovery. When I was younger, I didn't respect my recovery at all, and who knows, maybe that caused detriment, and why I have some injuries in my shoulders, and I have injuries in my mobility. Whereas if I would have took a rest day and worked on some of those injuries from jiu-jitsu or from fighting, maybe it would be an easier time now. Especially since I've noticed when you give yourself a break, you can kind of heal. I took a 1.5 years off of jiu-jitsu, and as soon as I came back to jiu-jitsu, I still was doing way better than I thought I would do. I play a little differently now, so being mindful of when I use my energies, but in terms of technique, I didn't lose any technique. Even in my workouts, I've been huffing and puffing a little bit. Especially when I'm doing my burpee workouts, I move a little bit slower than I used to, but I'm mindful of how I feel. My shoulder mobility is actually getting much better since I've allowed myself to rest. The only thing I would really love to improve is my sleep quality, and I'm working on it. When I was younger, I didn't sleep a lot either. I would go to sleep early, But my problem is I would wake up in the middle of the night and then I'm ready for the day. So I've been working on different strategies, meditation, you know, making sure I don't drink too much water too close to bed. I started journaling and setting a mindset type of mentality. I try to go to bed without having any major things on my mind. The thing right now, suffering with this a little bit of depression and sort of, I guess I'm not really happy with how my body looks, but like I have a 20-inch scar that goes from my sternum all the way down to my belly button, and you know, it's going to take some time for me to heal. Right now, I think my weight, maybe I'll pause and get off this treadmill and do a weigh-in, and I'll post it in the thumbnail. If you guys are enjoying cheering me on, or at least I gotta believe that someone's enjoying the conversation a little bit, or at least having a, sort of an underdog to root for. For me, my goal is to get back into running and doing some fun sports. I was thinking of obstacle course racing. I really enjoy rock climbing, and I am enjoying getting back into jiu-jitsu and doing judo and doing wrestling. I've done a few hand fighting drills and a few takedowns and a few break falls, and I haven't had any major bruises. My INR is typically 1.8. A regular human being, a healthy human being, their INR is probably like 0.9 or 0.09 or whatever it is. It's a lot thicker, but my new valve is pretty good. It has an allowance for a much lower INR, which is good news for me. Typically between 1.5 and 2, and I've been hitting the sweet spot around 1.8, 1.9. I just have to watch out how much broccoli I eat at a time and just try to stay consistent through the diet. Once sleep improves, once I start getting a little bit more confidence lifting weights, once I get a little bit more confident running outside or doing my speed work, it's really gonna come together. And my goal for this year, like I said, right now I'm about between 207 and 210. It fluctuates. I'll do a weigh-in and we'll see for sure. It will be in kilos. And then maybe next year, if I could lose 10 kilos in a year and run 5K in a half an hour, those are pretty good attainable goals. I think right now I do 5K in about 40 minutes with walking and running. So I feel like if I run consistently and run at a good pace, I could probably get down to 30 minutes or so. Guys, thanks for cheering me on. I really appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe to the video. I'll try to post every day. This is my journey after heart surgery, and this was heart surgery number 3. 45 years old, or I'll be 45 years old, and hopefully this is my last time under the knife, and I can stay healthy, get in shape, and you can follow me on this fitness journey back in action. I'll catch you on the flip side.